Hello and welcome to another evening recording. I turn down this fan a little bit, maybe. Okay, we'll see. What the heck do I got going on here? Check. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess we're gonna see how this vocal comes out here. I've never tried this before. I've got my camera on one of my tripod boom poles that'll extend to like 16 feet, but I only got it up about we're gonna say 6.5 feet in the air, and in the back against the bathroom door, and I bungee strapped it so it won't move around on me, and figured I'm gonna film. I'm still at the library, and I'm gonna try filming while I drive. I'm gonna do a loop around so I can get closer to the library so I can pick up their Wi-Fi signal better. So I guess we're about to see how this goes. I don't know if you can see my arm waving here. It's even showing up. I don't know. I can't tell. Oh yeah, you can kind of. Yeah, because I'm up front driving. Camera's in the back, and I got my wireless mic clipped on me with a little lapel mic plugged into it. And depending on how this goes, we'll see how it turns out. Just this short little trip in the parking lot. I can see the camera's turning because I'm doing a circle. It should straighten back out, I think. I don't know. We're about to find out. Oh yeah, it straightened out a little bit. I was probably going to turn a little again because I'm turning. I don't know why I put my seatbelt on when I was just doing a circle in the lot here. Oop. I'm at here. Okay, we're going to stop there for the moment. Gotta find another flashlight and see what my level situation is here. That's pretty level other than we're leaning to the left. But I knew that'd be okay, and I'm glad we're kind of leaning pretty heavy to the left anyway because it's been raining. And that way the water runs off the roof. If the water puddles on the roof and it stays there all night, my air conditioner seal on the driver's side of the air conditioner seal, it's got like a slow seep. So every now and then, if the water puddles up there long enough, I'll get a little drip every so often, so I gotta fix that yet. I'll fix that this spring. And hopefully if things turn around and I'm working and everything's going good, or I got income going, I'm gonna pull the roof air conditioner anyway, and I'm gonna pick up a 12 volt roof air conditioner I've been doing research on, and it only pulls, like the one I got on there now pulls like 1,300 watts or 1,500 watts. So I can't really run it unless I'm plugged into power because I don't have a generator. I could run it off my battery bank system, but it would deplete my batteries pretty quick. The 12 volt air conditioner I want to buy is about $1,000. And anyway, it will, it only pulls, I think it pulls like, I don't know, it's like 300 and some watts or something like that when it's starting up, when it's kicking in. And then it once the compressor is up and running, then it drops down to like 240 watts or something like that. And I guess it's pretty efficient. I've read a lot of good reviews about it. Everybody seems to say it works pretty good. So that I could run off my battery bank, and as long as I got sun, I could run it non-stop all the time because I got 400 watts of solar. So if it's a sunny day, and that's when you'd want to use the air conditioner anyway, well, the sun, I'd be putting in 400 watts, and if I'm only pulling out 240 or something once it's up and running, well, then I'm still putting in more power than I'm taking out. That leaves me room to still run my laptop and a few other things, you know, and not be even touching my batteries, you know, because I'd still be putting power in while I'm using it. So that's kind of the plan anyway. And I don't know if this is just a test run here, the way I'm recording this. I should unhook my phone up here now and get the keys towards the back here. Okay, put my keys there. Get my phone off of here. And then you'll get to see me and my bigness come through from the front cab here. All right. Ta-da! Here I am. Into my mobile nighttime studio. Sorry, my place is a mess right now. When you live in a small space, it gets messy easy, and it's easier to clean up because you got a small space. But I should pause this for the moment. Anyway, so I don't know if this will show up, but I could almost do an infinity shot on my phone. Is the monitor for what the camera's seeing. So, like if I wanted to pan to the left and down a little bit, we could go over here. Oh, it's getting darker there. That's because there ain't enough light over there by the kitchen. Oh, it gets too dark that way, so I kind of liked it the best when I was like right about here is when it seemed to be lit up the best. So actually it's kind of cozy, huh? And for any of you that haven't seen the inside of my camper, because I really haven't done a tour on it on this channel. When I had my other channel, I did a tour on this camper when my mom first got it, but when there was no modifications to it or nothing. And I haven't really done a tour on it since I've been in it. But I got it set up pretty good for... It was weird because I planned ahead to have... Where's my thing in? Here we go. Gotta grab my little phone stand here. That way I can set up my... There we go. So I had looked into van life, camper life, RV life, whatever. The wind's blowing pretty good out there, and it's coming straight at the front end, so that way it won't rock around as much. If I was turned sideways, then it'd be rocking the camper more. And I don't know if you can see the lights here. I'll rock the camper with my weight. There you go. You can see them lights moving around a little bit. That's what happens when I'm parked sideways in a really windy deal. Everything kind of rocks and shakes in here. But so what's weird about how things happen is when my mom was still alive, I was getting into RV life, van life, watching all these videos and research and stuff, just so that way, because I knew I'd want to try it in the future, and I knew I might. It's almost like I knew I could possibly get kind of forced into it a little bit, or that might be the best way for me to live that's affordable until I find a place I want, unless I was able to keep the house me and Mom had got. But my mom hadn't got a will yet, and we both kind of knew that my brother might pull some really dark, nasty stuff. My mom was trying to get a will done, but she thought she was going to live a lot longer. She was just in the process of doing that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I started buying all this stuff, preparing for van life. I got my solar panels and my power system and inverter and charging charge controllers and all this different stuff. And then I got when I started my YouTube channel, I had already gotten my laptop, and I don't know if you can see. Let's see here. I don't know if I can. I'll grab this light over here. And there we go. So you can see my boom mic over there and stuff. And I shouldn't light it up, and I can see my mess more. But anyway, so I got my boom mic over there next to the window and stuff. It's Blue Eddy or whatever they're called, and it's got the pop and pee spit screen or whatever you're calling it, so it don't go poo in the mic. And then of course on me here, I've got a lapel mic and my wireless mic here, and I've got a bunch of fans in here and a little lighting, and I don't know what else showing up in here. Anyway, I'm gonna shut this off for the moment. Ooh, look at that. Now it'll have to readjust again. Oh, and is readjusting. Hey, that's kind of wild. So So like I was saying, as I started preparing for RV van life, because I thought, well, I'd like to try it, and I figured, well, while Mom was still alive, my plan was, because she thought she's gonna be around a long time, so did I, and I was gonna start getting ready, and then I figured I'd just take shorter trips on the weekends and stuff, and then come back, so that way my mom wouldn't always be alone, because my mom and my stepdad in the last years of their life, I was a big part of it. I was, shoveling and mowing lawns and whatever. If they went camping, I'd go camping with them so I could hook up the septic hoses and all the power and all that kind of stuff, So that way they could still enjoy their lives, and stuff that it was getting harder for them to do when they got older, So I just took care of that. And I used to tease my dad, who's in the military, when we'd get ready to load up the camper. He's packing his bag in the den, and my mom's packing her stuff, and then she'd get coolers to pack up all the fridge stuff, and I'd carry everything trip after trip out to the camper and get it all loaded in there, and I'd throw Dad's bags on the back on his bed, and I'd throw Mom's bags and stuff on her bed, and then all the cooler stuff I'd set in the kitchen or by the table. It was laid out different than this camper, and that way Mom would, when she got in the camper, she'd start unloading the stuff out of the cooler and re-putting it in the fridge the way she wanted it. And anyway, so Dad, when he'd holler at me to come get his bags, to load them up in the camper, and I'd come in, and even though I'd snap him a salute, and I'd just say, "Private Pack Mule reporting for duty, sir." And the first time I said that to him, he just snapped and he looked at me, and he said, "What did you just say?" And I snapped another salute to him, and I said, "Private Pack Mule reporting for duty, sir." And he says, "That's right. Matter of fact," he says, "your salute was pretty good too, but just tip it a little bit straighter, And then he says, "So now get those bags and load them up." But he loved it that I called myself Private Pack Mule. He got a kick out of that, Anyway, getting sidetracked here again. That happens sometimes. So I started buying all this stuff and to be mobile, and like my drone is a smaller drone. I want to get a new one now because mine is way outdated, but I can't afford it because I'm not even working right now. But I'm still trying to dream while I'm trying to survive, and I realize for all people, when you're trying to survive and just survive, it's hard to dream. But try to keep your dreams alive, even when things are tough. Just keep talking to God, keep praying, and try to dream, because it helps motivate you a little bit. In my last few videos, I was feeling pretty beat down, so I had some kind of depressing slow ones. Anyway, there's that word sneaking in on me again. So I should hustle it up here. We're up to 13 minutes, so I had started buying all this stuff to prepare to be mobile. So I have all my recording stuff, my cameras, my drone, everything. I could fit all into the bag. Actually, I don't know if it'll show up or not, but you can't see it in the dark right now, and I'm not going to turn the light. But I got this bag that's it carries like a suitcase, or it's got a strap in it. It can be a shoulder bag, or you can carry it the long way, or you can pull out and make it a backpack and put it on a backpack, and it expands out a little bit and stuff. Got some nice compartments and everything. It's pretty tough and dirty, really durable or sturdy built, whatever you want to call it, quality. And my laptop, my charging cords, my cameras, my drone, it's everything. If I need to go recording somewhere, I can be mobile. I can fit it all into that bag, and I can strap that bag. Well, I was going to say right onto my motorcycle, but I don't think I have that anymore because I think I lost my storage unit. So I guess if some miracle happens, I would call them and say, has it went to auction yet? But anyway, I could strap it all to my motorcycle, so I could go film anywhere on my motorcycle as well. I made everything portable, so I can record, edit, produce, make music videos, whatever. With everything I got, I can just pack it all up and go. And then and I've got like little doodad battery pack chargers like this one here that's flashing. It's charging right now down below here, below the green. I don't know if that's showing up in the camera or not, but push my laptop over maybe. I don't know if you can see that little light there, but anyway, that's got a 4-panel fold-out solar panel. So if I went with my tent and stuff on my motorcycle camping somewhere and wanted to film, then I could still lay that out in the sun on a picnic table or something and keep charging that battery pack. And then I've got another fold up. It's probably folds up to about, I don't know if it's 14 or 14 by 12 or 10 or something like that. And then it folds out into 14 by a few feet or something like that of multiple solar panels. That's like a 40 or 50 watt solar panel that I can plug other stuff into. And so anyway, I made everything all mobile, planning that just in case I decided I'd like to travel around the country and see things I haven't seen before I keel over, kind of a bucket list per se. And like I said, I figured, well, I'll do it on the weekends a little bit. Then my mom started talking about, well, if she sold the house, if she got a camper and sold the house, which she ended up getting this camper. And she said, would it bother me? She said, would it bother you if your old ma traveled around the country with you and if we both had our own campers so you could still have your privacy and stuff? Would you mind your old ma tagging along, following you and going and looking at stuff? I said, no, that'd be awesome. That'd be cool, you know? And, but we didn't make it that far, of course. So anyway, it's almost like God was preparing me. All the stuff that I was getting, the solar panels and stuff to be mobile, it was almost like I was foreseeing how my future was going to go to that. And stuff did happen, you know. My brother was about head, and so far I have gotten zero out of close to $250,000. But so far I've gotten zero. We're still working on it. I'm still holding on to hope a little bit. But I ain't banking on it, you know. I ain't like waiting for it. Anyway, that word snuck in again. So the situation that I got to where I'm restarting my life living in this camper, luckily, it's like God had me prepare a bit because I got 400 watts of solar. I got my battery bank set up. I create my own power. I got a diesel heater that I installed. So I'm pretty self-sufficient, you know, other than I got to keep, you know, buying diesel to keep the furnace going in the winter. You know, I don't use it at all in the summer because during the summer months, it doesn't get that cold where you even need to run that thing. I'm not a freeze baby like that at all. It's got to start getting pretty cold before I fire it up. And then so diesel you got to replace. And then if you start getting a lot of gloomy days or in the winter, in the summer it's not so bad because in the summer you get good sun, and I've never had a problem with my batteries running low or anything. Now, in the winter, I've done pretty good. My batteries have not went totally dead on me yet. They've gotten lower, but they still put out their power because they're lithium. But so every time I drive, if we're not getting sun or it's gloomy a lot or snowing and there's getting snow covered on the solar panels, well, then anytime I drive, that also helps charge the batteries. Or if I plug into a campground and get power in here, then I also have a separate lithium battery charger. I got a normal battery charger for charging, you know, lead acid batteries like for a car and the normal house battery that's on this camper. But then I bought a separate 20 amp lithium battery charger, and that, if I'm plugged into a campground power, from my batteries being dead, basically, if they were dead, it takes about 5 hours to bring them to 100% with a 20 amp. So, I mean, it'll handle a lot more, but that's plenty. You know, in 5 hours is plenty. If I'm just going to stay one night at a place, plug in, then I can plug that in and it'll top them off. But so far I haven't ran out of power, so that's helped a lot. I mean, there's other struggles with keeping fuel in the tank so you can kind of move around so you don't get the threat of them towing you for staying in somebody's lot too long or something. And being out of work, that makes it tough, you know. Because when I had income going for the three years living in this, winters and all, it hasn't really been a problem for me, you know. Because when I had income going, I just kept the diesel tank full, kept the gas tank full, drive around, do whatever. But when my mom died, I kind of quit the first YouTube channel just because all the chaos and sadness and me needing to heal and all that kind of stuff. And then while I was working at the foundry, God told me He wanted me to start talking about Him. It started me on a whole different journey, and then He told me it was time for me to leave the foundry. I'd done what I can do there for helping people, and it just kind of all came together, like, because even though I knew it was coming, then all of a sudden it just things at the foundry kind of changed, and I get along with everybody, well, almost everybody. Well, I even even the new manager guy, I probably would have got along with him too if he wasn't so grumpy mean. But my mom always told me to always find at least one good thing in every person I meet, even if they're not nice or whatever. So I've stuck to that. And I told my coworkers that at the laundry. So they all knew what happened with the new manager and me, him getting all not nice to me. And I had to walk away from him because he was being pretty mean, and I had to, get away from him so I didn't lose my temper or something, because I've stayed pretty calm, and it takes a lot to really upset me. But anyway, that word, is that little sneaking word? So at least I'm catching myself saying it. Maybe I'll get rid of it one of these times. I don't mind using it once in a while, but I don't like it to be a thing into the next thing, So for him, I told my coworkers, I said, I thought about what I told you guys all about how my mom told me I got to always find at least one good thing, one nice thing in every person I meet, whether they got nice shoes or something nice about their personality or nice car, or maybe the way they do something, just one nice thing, no matter who it is. And I said, and I was having a hard time with him, but I was trying to stick to it because I've always done it. I was like, well, I guess I can say he tries really hard. So that was what I found for him at the time. I haven't dwelled on it too much because it wasn't a pleasant situation. But what I like about my mom doing that, if you think about it, I didn't realize it till later on, after my mom passed on. She didn't think she was that smart. She always felt like she was, well, I hate to even say that she thought she was kind of stupid or not, but she wasn't. My mom was super, super smart. She just had different skill sets that some people don't, that other people don't have. And she just felt like other people that were like book smart or brainiacs in different ways, that's what made her feel a little bit inferior or whatever. But for her to teach me all my life to always find at least one good thing in every person I meet, even if they're not nice, well, how awesome is that? She taught me how to look for the positive in things. And that probably explains why I'm more of an optimist, even in tough situations. And I realized when I was younger, negativity gets you nowhere. It's wasted energy. So when I was younger, I threw negativity in the garbage. Now, I'm still human, so that stuff can still come out of me. And I can still have my sad and bummer days, But for the most part, I stay pretty happy, positive, and joke around. I'm babbling on here. We're at 22:32 here, 22:33. No. I'm going to cut this short because I'm getting long-winded here. I can't even look at the camera now because I don't know if you can really even see me, but I'll look up there. Give me the thumbs up if you will. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Share it out to somebody you think might get something out of this channel. Just to reiterate before I say goodbye, this channel, when God wanted me to start sharing them or talking about them more, I don't know scripture super well, and I'm still learning to be comfortable on the camera. So I figure the best way I can do that is to just be me and get used to the camera and let you all learn who I am and my faith just through me being natural. And I still talk about God and my belief and stuff in between, but I don't like quote scripture or say, today we're going to study this verse or nothing like that, But I have an unbreakable faith. God is very, very real. He's done amazing things in my life. I've talked about some of the stories in some of my earlier videos. My brick story is phenomenal. That's what that day made me tell God that I will never, ever doubt his existence again. So rather than keeping going on here, because we're at almost hit 24 minutes. It's a long one. So thanks for watching. Hope you keep coming back, and I hope you get something positive out of it. Hold your head up. Keep talking to God. Run to God. If you're happy, talk to God. If you're sad, talk to God. Whatever it is, go to God. Pray every day. And you don't have to pray like slapping your hands together and stuff. It's good to do that too. That's why I was raised to pray before I said my bedtime prayers. But you can talk to him just like I'm talking to you, and I've done it in some of my videos where I got sidetracked, started talking to God, and then I had to go back to the camera. So anyway, thanks again for watching. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one.